Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an NFL Week 2 preview between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Let's look at Kansas City in this ball game. And first and foremost, they have to clean up the mistakes. I'm talking about the drop passes, the blown assignments. I'm talking about the interceptions that Matt Castle threw. Clean up the mistakes. And the offensive side of the football wasn't that bad against Atlanta, honestly. And I look at the matchup, old teammates, Winston versus Mario Williams. If Winston can hold his own at the point of attack versus Mario Williams, that goes a long way in keeping Matt Castle well protected and giving him time in the pocket. And I also look at the fact that they did a great job of staying ahead of the chains. They were able to convert a lot of third downs. Very underrated about the Kansas City Chiefs offense. They just wasn't putting it in the end zone enough, and they have to make better halftime adjustments. You can't come into the second half with the same game plan you ran in the first. Teams adjust, and that's what slowed them down in the second part of the ball game. Now, defensively, they get Brandon Flowers back, and they also get Tom Ali back, so that's going to help that defense out a lot. That's where no one is talking about. The Chiefs were lacking last week. They didn't have two of their key playmakers, so now the defense is close to being 100%. So keep an eye on those two as they come in and play. And they have to maintain gap discipline versus C.J. Spiller. You cannot leave the back door open. You can't get over-aggressive in pursuit because he can cut it back and has the electric speed to take it the distance. And the secondary can get aggressive versus the wide receivers with Fitzpatrick back there. He's a see-it-through type of guy, like I said before. He's going to give you some chances to make some plays, get aggressive, force those receivers to get off bump press. The X factor has to be the defensive line because you really have to slow down what Buffalo wants to do on the ground game. And speaking of the Bills' ground game, I would like to say that I am the official member of the C.J. Spiller fan club as far as being the owner and founder, because I told everybody this guy just needs carries. And quiet as kept, Chan Gailey may not want to hear this, but the Bills are a running team. That offensive line does a great job of firing off the football. Run heavy this week. Take the football out of Fitzpatrick's hands. If you see a quarterback struggling, run the football a little bit more. And C.J. Spiller can get 100 to 120 against his defense. Now, you look at the passing game. They have to be efficient in order to be effective. You don't have to be explosive. You just have to be efficient. Don't try to go for the jugular, go deep down the field. Just be efficient. Short passes, loosen up that pressure a little bit, then take timely shots deep down the field. And Fitz struggle. I know fans are going to go clamoring for the backup quarterback, but what's the other option? Tyler Thigpen, Tavares Jackson, who doesn't know the playbook as of yet. So Fitz gives them the best chance to win right now. They just have to make sure they be efficient in the passing game. Defensively, I'm giving that Bills secondary a mulligan. I still like the Bills secondary. Giving them a mulligan last week. They can play very well, especially against Matt Castle, who also will give you some opportunities to pick off passes. And the pressure will kill any secondary. Why? Because they didn't get any. They have to get to the quarterback. You have to get pressure to help out the secondary. You can't have these guys covering for over 3 seconds, and the defense have to get off the field. The Jets went on long sustained drives against the Bills. You got to get off the field in order to give these guys a chance. X factor obviously has to be Ryan Fitzpatrick has to play a better game. You look at the positional breakdowns in this ball game. I think the Chiefs have the advantage at the quarterback spot. Matt Castle played a very good game last week, and I think they're even at running back. Two guys in the backfield for Kansas City did exceptionally well, and C.J. Spiller and Tashard Choice, very underrated backup. Receiving tight end, offensive line, receiving tight end goes to the Chiefs. Offensive line is very even in my opinion. Both guys can fire off the football. D-line edge goes to Buffalo. Linebackers go to the Chiefs, especially with Tom Ali back, and I think they're even in the secondary. I really like both guys. Secondary, special teams in my opinion, goes to Kansas City. Huge game right here, pivotal game. No one wants to start 0-2, especially the Buffalo Bills with all the heightened expectations, but matchup for matchup, I think the Chiefs have the better matchup, and I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs to win this very good game on the road. I like the way both teams are built on paper, and they still have a chance to turn the season around, but I think the Chiefs win this one in week 2.